exciting video. I have planned out on paper. I have 5 categories of foods that are basically ranging from definitely no good to eat to help heal your eczema, and definitely the best foods to eat to heal your eczema. So I'll have a picture up, and I don't know if I should do a voiceover for this or not, but I'll keep the picture up. Maybe somewhere here, I don't know. So definitely no foods. I'm going to go from left to right and explain my reasoning for this stuff. Definitely no things like meats, chicken, beef, turkey, fishes, all of those meats. The main reason why is because they're very high fat and high protein, and that kind of stuff really doesn't help heal your eczema. In fact, it causes a lot of inflammation, acidity, and just a lot of problems internally that is not conducive to basically recovering healthy, glowing skin. So you want to get to a high carbohydrate, low fat, low or moderate protein diet, and basically the best one for that is a whole foods vegan diet. So I'm going to take you step by step, because not all vegan foods are 100% good for you though. Dairy products, same thing, really high fat, really high protein, causes a lot of acidity, a lot of inflammation in the body. When I took dairy out, my asthma cured up. I started seeing significant improvements in my skin a couple of years ago when I had it worst, and I haven't gone back to that place. I used to have like bloody hands, like it was just really unbearably itchy, and I don't attribute it 100% to dairy, but it was a big component, because when I got that out, even acne started clearing up, a lot of stuff. Another definite no, I think, is fried foods and eggs. Those two are really high fat, and they don't carry a lot of nutrients in them, and all of these do not carry any fiber. So basically they're sitting in your gut, rotting. It's not the most ideal food for basically clearing up your skin. Basically, you want to power through your body as high nutrient, high fiber, and high water content foods as possible. And on the definite no list, they don't even check off one of those bullets. So I would say just stay away from them as much as you can. Transition off of them. Have the goal being in mind that basically you're going to eliminate these from your diet eventually. The next category is 9 times out of 10, you don't want to eat this. So let's say you are in a very tough situation, desperate situation. Okay, eat it. But it's not the best food for your skin, but it's not as terrible as definitely no foods. Things like processed veggie meats, soy meats, wheat meats, whatever it may be, like chicken nuggets that are vegan chicken nuggets, oils and fats, things that are basically refined processed products. Coffee and alcohol are also on there, because I understand that it's difficult to get off of these products, so I put it in both categories, and definitely no, and 9 times out of 10 no, because so long as you're progressing towards getting rid of them, that's already a great step. So do it at your own pace. Things like chocolate and refined sugar. Chocolate, I noticed, triggers my eczema almost immediately. I have, within 24 hours, an issue with chocolate, and it could be with the caffeine, it could be with the high fat content of it. I just stay away from it 9 times out of 10. And some other obvious things like high caffeine drinks, high caffeine products, energy drinks, processed foods, soda. This is all stuff that's just empty calories, totally not going to help you heal your immune system, heal your digestive system, help push along waste out of your body. High fiber, high water, high nutrient. That's what we want to focus on. On the sometimes no list, things that I do eat, but it's very infrequently. It's like maybe once a week or something like that. Things like seitan, which is like, it's processed. Peanut butters, nut butters, they're super high fat. If they're freshly ground, maybe I would have a tablespoon of it every now and then, but generally I stay away from it. I'd rather have whole nuts and in small serving sizes of it rather. White rice I do eat, but I prefer barley because barley just has that texture of rice and pasta, and I really like that. It's a whole grain. White rice is a refined grain, but when you're eating sushi, when you're eating Japanese food places, where I tend to go because they have the least oil, I'll get white rice. Not terrible, but not the best. And same thing with white bread and white pasta. Those two are even more processed because they're flours. Unless you're really in a bind, or you're on vacation, or you're at work or something, I would say stay away from them, because also empty calories, not high fat, but certainly not high nutrient foods and high fiber at all. Now here come the positives. Here are the things you can eat. The sometimes yes and the definitely yes. And the sometimes yes, I would categorize things like green teas, black teas, just because they do have caffeine, and if you're sensitive, that might be a trigger. I'm not particularly sensitive to green and black tea because I've noticed it's low enough caffeine that I don't have problems. Nuts, seeds, and avocados, don't stay away from them. It's very good to have your healthy fats, your omegas, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, peanuts, pecans, cashews, whatever. But keep in mind, serving sizes are about an ounce, the amount that fits in your palm and not flowing out, just that much. Sprinkle it on your oatmeal, put it on your salads, or just eat it as a snack, like just that much, and you can get a healthy quantity of fat but not overdo it. So those are okay. And the same goes for avocado. I believe a half an avocado, somewhere around 2 to 4 tablespoons, is about a serving size. And keep in mind also things like tofu, tempeh. Yeah, they're super high nutrient, and they do have fiber, and they're minimally processed, but they do contain quite a bit of plant fats. So just keep that in mind. Don't overdo it. Don't make a 2-block tofu scramble and eat that for breakfast. Maybe make half a block of tofu, cook up some potatoes, cook up some white rice, or cook up brown rice, and have it like that. I think that's a lot healthier and a lot more mindful. Things like breads, wraps, tortillas, all of these, I would try to find as close to the whole grain as possible, like whole wheat, whole corn tortillas, sprouted breads, and things like that, whatever you fancy. And try to keep the fats minimal, refined sugars minimal. I know health food stores, places like Trader Joe's, places like Whole Foods, even big box stores, they definitely have some really good products that'll suit that category of food, like whole grain, low fat, low processing. Those are perfectly fine. I have sandwiches. I'm going to be making my own hummus. I'm perfectly happy to advocate for sandwiches because people work, people are busy. That stuff's good. Even whole wheat pastas, other grain pastas, totally fine every once in a while. Focus on maybe whole grains, but the breads and the pastas aren't terrible. Coconut products, try to keep low, also high fats. Cereals, I don't have a problem with them. I have a cereal right back there. It's a whole wheat, flake cereal or whatever, with plant milk. It's not as ideal as, say, eating a bowl of oatmeal with bananas and whole nuts and seeds and things like that, where it's like as close to the original plant as possible. But again, it's minimally processed. It doesn't have high fat, doesn't have high sugar. It's a good alternative. Also, it's a good break from always eating those foods. Maple syrup and agave. I like to season or flavor my oatmeal with that kind of stuff because otherwise it's too bland. And I find that, those are closer to the whole plant because, yeah, the water has been taken out, but it's not as refined as, say, cane sugar or like sugar beet sugar. That kind of stuff is a little bit too refined. That's too much. A little tablespoon of agave and maple syrup here and there, I think, is a better alternative. And finally, the definite yes. 100% eat as many of these as you would like. Just go bananas on these. Low-fat fruits, bananas, berries, cantaloupes, melons, peaches, plums, apples, pears, whatever fruit that falls under that category, enjoy it. Breakfast, snack, whenever. Low-fat veggies, broccoli, salad, carrots, celery, herbs, all of that stuff, all those veggies, fantastic. Get in as much as you can. I recommend even getting in a big salad at night, because that boosts your fiber intake, and the next morning you're going to have a great digestion, you're going to have a great bowel movement. Grains, whole grain rice, barley, corn, quinoa, whatever you enjoy, whatever you can determine as your staple food for every lunch or dinner or whenever, really get hooked on one of those. Potatoes, same thing, sweet potato, regular potato, I love both of them. I eat them basically every single day. Same thing with barley, I have it every single day. Beans, lentils, peas, you know, have black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, cannellini beans, black lentils, red lentils, yellow lentils, green split peas, yellow split peas. Get it all in. Those are fantastic. High fiber, high phytonutrients, perfect balance of protein and carbohydrate, and totally delicious and fiber rich. And then these are some other little things that sometimes maybe you can forget, but they're also important. You know, water. Drink plenty of water. Definitely a very good thing. Citrus, lemon, grapefruit, orange, whatever you like. Totally fine. I don't notice any problems with citrus, even though they're acidic. They're alkalizing in the body, believe it or not. Herbal teas, fantastic. Smoothies with any of these ingredients, like the fruits, the vegetables, water, citrus. Have smoothies. Have a nice, 2-3 banana smoothie with some berries in it, with some lettuce or kale, a little, cinnamon in it. It's delicious, perfectly fantastic. And of course, low-fat, vegan condiments, your ketchup, your barbecue sauce, mustard, vinegars, vinaigrettes, no oil, of course, things like that. Those are perfectly great on salads as well. And of course, herbs, spices, salt, pepper, whatever you fancy. Don't go overboard with the spices, because maybe that can cause some problems, but some decent amount of spice here and there isn't going to cause a problem. I don't have problems with spices. So I hope that helps you guys. I know it's a bit of a long video. I wanted to break it down. If you're ever in doubt, go back to this list, ask me questions. These are all things that I follow. I didn't write anything on this list that I don't adhere to the same way. I definitely stay away from all the definite no's. 9 times out of 10 I stay away from those foods. Sometimes no. Most of the time I don't eat those foods. The sometimes yes, I eat them once in a while, like once every few days or once every few weeks. And the definite yes, I eat 3 meals a day, every single day, all week long. See you guys next time. Peace.